Construction mafia rackets masquerading as legitimate business people infiltrating construction projects has become all but the norm, it seems. For the project to get up and running, they demand 30% of the project's value or its profit. While this phenomenon affects all the country's provinces, it's said to be particularly bad in KwaZulu-Natal and the Western Cape to some extent. According to construction project manager Mzamo Nyataza of Miller Azania Holdings, SMEs and big business in the construction sector now generally accommodate the criminal scourge.
We work mostly with, SMEs and also, we work with companies from grade 1 all the way to grade 9. So even big companies are affected by this. They know that that's the way of doing business. They know that if you want to do business in any of these provinces, that is what you have to come across, to the point where they budget for this, by the way.
The reality of the construction mafia means that it results in an added layer in the cost of doing business. And while many players are now said to factor in the construction mafia cost, other unforeseeable challenges could also raise the cost of executing the project, with the potential for project managers to make a loss and possibly walk away.
It depends on how did you plan for it. Are you cooperating? Did you factor in the cost? But the thing with construction is that there are a lot of variables. You might have factored in the cost, and then the project is actually costing you more than you anticipated. Now it makes it difficult for you to complete the project because there is this additional cost that it's non-negotiable, that you still have to fork out. And obviously that in in that instant, you are unable to complete the project. And then that is, our biggest problem, then because people then desert projects.
Nyataza says the government is sleeping at the wheel on this very important criminal matter that's disrupting genuine businesses and ultimately raising the cost of projects for taxpayers, as this trend also happens on public construction projects. He's calling on the government to do far more to arrest this now normalized criminality taking place in the sector.
I think this is a very serious situation, serious matter that we need government, to establish a special task force that will focus on this. Because remember, your life is threatened, if you do not cooperate with these people. And these people are very violent. They're armed, very heavily armed, and they've got connections. Even in the police, they've got connections, and maybe even in higher authority. And that is the biggest problem.
Ultimately, the construction mafia trend means that the end users of any given project in the country, be it a road, a bridge or a building, end up having to cough up that much more for its use or access, which impacts on inflation. This reality also serves as a terrible indictment to the country's authorities, who have been on record saying that they're dealing with the matter, but the practice continues regardless, with lives threatened when project managers fail to play ball. Nompumelelo, Siziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.